My name is Job Curtis. I've been manager of City of London Investment Trust since 1991. The trust itself was founded in 1891 as a brewery company and owned pubs until the 1960s. It became an investment trust in the 1930s and invests in predominantly in large cap UK equities. The objective of the trust is to grow shareholders' income and capital over the longer term. We go about this by investing mainly in UK listed companies. At least 80% of the portfolio will be in UK listed companies, but we're mainly in the large end of the market, large companies which are often quite global by nature. Some are focused on the UK. In addition, we'll have up to 20% in overseas listed companies. And our aim is really to select companies that can grow their profits consistently over the longer term. The process is valuation driven, and we start with dividend yields, but we're looking at companies that can grow their profits and therefore their dividends in the medium to long term. So we're looking for sure at companies that are investing enough for their future growth and the prospects for their companies, but we're trying to evaluate that against their share price. And so we're trying to avoid companies which may be good companies, but where we think they're very overvalued in terms of their future prospects. We're trying to buy into quality companies at a reasonable price and obviously avoid the companies where the prospects aren't good longer term, and ultimately their profits may come down and their dividends may get cut. Well, we have the longest record of any investment trust for annual increases in our dividend. That's taken place since 1966, and that's done by having a core of quality companies that consistently grow their dividends. But in addition, we've benefited from the investment trust structure, and so in the good years for dividends, we're able to hold back up to 15% of the income and put it into a revenue reserve. And so in the difficult years when there are dividend cuts across the market, we can use that dividend reserve to keep our dividend growing, the City of London's dividends. So I think that's a key advantage. And the other factor is it's a pretty conservative style. We have some 80 holdings, and we look at the downside risks from our investments as well as the upside potential. It's part of our objective, it's the part of the market we are in. There are other good trusts which are more focused on medium-sized and small companies, but certainly we like the income opportunities in the large companies. And the large companies, although they're listed in the UK, many of them are global, which we quite like, although we do have some UK-focused companies. So it's the end of the market we're in, and it suits us. But obviously, in a portfolio, people will also have exposure to medium and smaller companies.